Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsacharnuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Namo Svanantaya Sahasramurtaye Sahasrapadakshishirorabhave Sahasranamne Purushaya Shashvate Sahasrakoti Yugadharine Namaha. Om Maha Ya Kundendu Tusharahara Dhavala Ya Subravastamrita Ya Veena Varadandamandidakara Ya Shveta Padmasana Ya Brahmaच्युत Shankara Prabhutivi Devai Sada Vandita Samam Patu Saraswatim Bhagavatim Nisheshajadyam Paha. Om Maha Manojavam Marutatulya Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayuthamukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapate. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute. Hari Om Mrityunjaya Mahadeva Trahimam Sharanagatam Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Piditam Karma Bandhanaihi. Jai Shri Krishna devotees, today we are going to be understand about exams related matters. So exams is like something which is we all of us know okay, when exams comes or particularly in metric exams or any high level exams we have to write, then automatically the anxiety comes, automatically fear comes, automatically kind of the uneasiness comes in our life. Now I hope everybody that the sound is coming through properly. So if if there is a no sound, then let me know. Okay, so let me just take you a little bit back into the Satyug, Dwapar Yug, Treta Yug. When we say Satyug, Dwapar Yug, Treta Yug, then many people says, oh, one of the wonderful world there, everybody was very powerful personalities, very intelligent personality, very them willpower was so high, them intelligence so high, they had like everything is good in them life. Okay, so that is something which is we understand according to when we say Dwapar Yug, Treta Yuga and Satyug. Now the topic which I'm talking today is about your exams, and now you talking to me, okay, why you taking me back in the history? So I'm going to take you the position where is a very important things which is you have to understand as a student. Very importantly, student must understand. Okay, bhai, when we says exam, so what is the exams is? Exams is something which is we have studied throughout the year. Now we just have to just put it in a practice. That is called the exam. So why and from where the fear comes? Why and from where the anxiety comes? And why and from where the uneasiness comes? So you are the not only one who feeling like that, which I told already. Let's go back into the Bhagavad Gita era. Bhagavan Sri Krishna has given a Bhagavad Gita to whom? To Arjun. But who is the Arjun? Arjun is the disciple of the Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Let's consider that way. And then another way, let's to understand Arjun is a student like you who has skill, power, knowledge, wisdom, everything when it's come to the study. Everything he like in these days you said I learn maths, science, history, geography, all other subject which you are studying. So like let's put yourself and Arjun together. So the Arjun says, I have a wisdom, I have a skill, I am a warrior, I am a powerful person, I am an intelligent person, and I am a knowledgeable person. Same thing, you have to face the 7 subject in the exams time. So despite having everything, at that moment when the Arjun's time come to give his exam, which is as a warrior, Kshatriya, as a warrior, as a Kshatriya, that is the biggest exam when there is a battlefield they enter. And at that moment, particularly the moment before the war is starting, Arjun become a nervous. Arjun get nervous. Arjun become a clueless. Arjun become a very depressed. Now, what has result into that? These 3, depressed, clueless, and everything. It has resulted him to accept the psychological defeat before the war began. Basically, before the war began, psychologically accepted defeat. Ki, bhai, I cannot fight with these people. Dronacharya, Krupacharya, Bhishma Pitamaha. I cannot do anything in front of them. That's why the Krishna Bhagavan says, what is your dharma? Warrior, as a warrior, what is your dharma? This is your exam. You have to write the exam. You have to show your skill. You have to produce your 100% because you're fighting for the dharma. Subject, I want to bring attention in your line as a student is, throughout the year you have studied. Now your student dharma as a student, what is your dharma is? You have to write the exam. So why you are getting nervous? Why you are become a very why you not bringing your confidence up? What is exactly happening to you? That is where the Krishna Bhagavan says, then Arjun started giving a logic. If I am going to do this, then it's going to outcome will be like that. If I am going to do this, then outcome will be like that. X, Y, Z. He gave a 100 different reasons. Why should I not fight? So, like when it's come to the exam, we all think, okay, if I'm going to write this way, then my marks will come like that way. If I'm going to do this, we start logic. Why we start give logic? Because the psychologically we are thinking that this is a big things happening in my life. But remember, you are only, I think, if you're writing exam, metric exam, you are only 18, 19 year old. The life is much bigger than this is the small 2 weeks or 3 weeks exams. So this is not a big things in your life. Big things is still yet to come. And this is a starting point to go through the journey of your life. But this is the 2 weeks. How you handling 2 weeks psychologically? That is very important. Now, how you handling is, so then you have to adopt the policy like Krishna Bhagavan says to Arjun is a karamanyeva adhikaraste ma phalesu kadachanam karamanyeva adhikaraste. Okay, Arjun, you do your karma. Don't do anything else. Do your karma. What is your karma? You are here in battlefield. You are giving exams. You show your skill. You do the things which you're supposed to do it. That is your karma. Don't worry about the outcome. As soon as you're going to start thinking about the outcome, then this is what is going to come to you. Fear, anxiety, low confidence, and many other negative things. Now you think very other negative thing means every time you think, okay, maths, I can't handle the maths. Oh, science, it's very difficult for me to handle. I'm a weak into the history. Arey bhai, There is nothing like that. All subject is what you have studied three, and like said, next last 295 days, I'm using example, let's say last 295 days prior to that, you had a grade 11. Grade 11 is the preparation for the metric. So technically you had a many days to last 295 days. You have study, means you have put your everything towards them for the maths, for the science, for the history, or all other subject. So now, why is the fear? That is called the karmanyevadhikaraste. And then be honest, let me tell you, is not necessary. Okay, you have to be perfect in all subject. It's not necessary. And that is why I am coming to the Mahabharata. Arjuna was a great archer. But the Bhim was the great Gadadhar. Gadadhar. So if you read the Mahabharata and if you understand the Mahabharata, Panch Pandav means five brothers had a different skills. What Arjuna was doing, that Bhim wasn't doing, and what Bhim was doing, that Arjuna wasn't doing, what Yudhishthir was doing, that Arjuna wasn't doing, and Arjuna was doing, that Yudhishthir wasn't doing. Same thing Nakul and Sahadev. Each one has a different quality. So doesn't means, but the perfect, like say, if you want to become in your life, what you want to become, so first things, by now you supposed to know what is your next step in a university. And if you don't know, then don't worry about that. You still have a time to decide. But subject is, so then you have to give your 100% into that subject. Outcome, don't worry about the outcome. Outcome is not important because outcome is not in your hand. Okay, second things, you know what the second biggest mistake we are making? In this video, I'm going to give remedies, solutions, and everything also. Don't worry. I know what exactly I am talking. And then let me tell you, I am the parents. So now I am the parents. Also, I have seen the world, three stage of the world in my life, which I have witnessed when it's come to the exams, particularly for the metric exam and everything. So we have witnessed the pre-COVID metric exams system, means before COVID, how the exams used to take place and what was the students psychologically effect, what was the students mindset. Number one, mid-COVID exams, mid-COVID metric exam, mid-COVID, in that COVID, and then post-COVID. So these are the three stages we have witnessed, in particular as a parents in my life, particularly parents as my life, and also as a Guruji as well, witnessing so many students' journey. So when the pre-COVID, when I mentioned, means 2019, my daughter was in a metric, and then after COVID started, and mid-COVID, my son was in a metric, and then after COVID, means now you all are sharing the experience with. Imagine now, and you are the lucky student. You are the very, very, very fortunate students who hasn't been through those restrictions, COVID-related restrictions, where the student has to go into the exam room with the mask. So now the extra psychologically burden, I make sure the mask must on, I make sure the sanitizer must be on, I make sure that you have bypassed everything, so that your 20-30% stress has been reduced when it's come to the exam time. Plus, the world which is we are right now living is, you are giving a much more powerful and much more easy available world. So like if you want to do the study, your exam papers, past exam papers, available in a fingertips. Everything is available on the app, and then everything. So easy access of everything. Only things you just have to apply your mind fearless. Nothing to be worried about. You are the powerful person. And the one thing you must remember, you can do it. If you adopt that policy in your life, which is called I can do it. What it means I can do it means I means myself can do it. So then maths is not a powerful, science is not a powerful. No matter what subject you mention, is not a powerful than you. You are the powerful than everybody, because we are the human brain has invented those things. And then the person who's teaching, your teacher, who is the human like you and me, everybody. So grasping, you have to have a proper grasping system. But when this grasping system comes, that is where we call the dhyan and dharana. Dhyan and dharana. Dhyan means ke focus, completely focus. When you study, then you have to just focus in your through your mind into that subject. Dharana, don't create the perception about yourself and about anything else. Perception is very dangerous. Now when you study, and if you bringing the perception in your mind, oh, hey Bhagwan, I can't solve this math subject, oh, I can't do these things. Now you already has created perception, and you already has told your subconscious mind, I can't do it. Not such things you can't do it, you can do it. But if you think you cannot do it, let me tell you, that will bring the fear in your life. So the first things first, okay, you can do it and you will do it. That is called the willingness and willpower, confidence in you, within you. That is a, any subject is not as hard which we think is a hard. We make psychologically, it's called a perception. We accept and we adopt, okay, this subject is hard for me. Let me give you example, simple example of mine example I'm talking about. When this whole COVID started, now technology, I'm talking about the live streaming, YouTube and video and sound, camera. We not come from, we are not technical background people. We just don't understand what exactly is goes behind it. But now if I had to accept, okay, look, now I can't do it, but this is not my cup of tea, or this is I haven't learned in my life, or this is I don't know what to study and this and that. So today I wouldn't have be able to stand in front of you in the camera, and you wouldn't have been able to watch me by sitting at the home. You would have to depend on the coming to the mandir and listening to my lecture. But that is depend on where you are. If you are in East London, now is outside is a very heavy rain and storm is coming, so you say think twice, okay, now I can't go and I can't do. Now today is because I said no, we can do it, I can do it. Then I put my 100% into the learning, and that is why no matter which part of the world you're sitting, you all watching through the camera. Why? Because it was acceptance, perceptions case. Acceptance and perception is in the brain. Okay, not such a thing which is I cannot do it. Everything I can do it if I want to do it. So subject, when you write the exams, not such a thing is a hard subject or soft subject, easy subject or difficult subject. All subjects are the same. Everything is the same. If you accept, okay, by this subject for me is hard or difficult, then it will remain forever difficult in your life. Therefore, the first things first, dhyan and dharana. Dhyan, focus. Dharana, don't create the wrong perception. And then, as I told in starting also, second, very important is, don't worry about the outcome. Outcome is Bhagavan Sri Krishna's Siddhant is the karmanyeva adhikaraste. You only have a right to do the karma, that's it. But when you do the karma, you give, means you give your 100, maybe more than 100% during that time, that 2 hours or 3 hours when you're writing this exam, in no matter what classroom, where you are, who is the front of, that is nothing. When you study, give your 100%. That's it. Okay. Now, very important tips I'm giving. Be Most of time we said, okay, this is difficult subject, say by physics or science is difficult subject or maths a difficult subject for me. Let me do over study. No, timing is very important. You have to time yourself. Don't burn out yourself by holding the books all the time. Very important. Don't burn out yourself by holding the books all the time. You, when you study, you diarize, means you schedule yourself. Out of your entire schedule is fine, no problem. But I will tell you 30, 30 and 30, 90-minute remedy. Tips, which is I can say 90-minute tips, 30, 30 and 30. 30-minute morning, 30-minute afternoon and 30-minute in evening. Half an hour. Means okay, every 6 hour 30 minutes. Let's count like that way. Every 6 hour 30 minutes. So that 30 minutes you have to put your book down. What is your hobby? You see, what is your hobby? And then parents also sometimes make huge mistake. No, exam. You can't watch television. You can't play the game. You can't go outside. You can't do this. Arey bhai, kasud nahi. Don't worry about that. Is 30-minute stories. As I said, I am the parents who has witnessed pre-COVID, mid-COVID and post-COVID world. So pre-COVID, my daughter was in matric, and then I know how she has studied. Mid-COVID, I know what my son has studied, and then let me be honest, and I am not a academic person. So, but this policy which is I am telling about 30, 30, 30, make sure 30 minutes you give yourself away from the book, away from the book, away from the subject. 30 minutes you choose. If you like to play a soccer, go outside in the yard, play soccer yourself. If you like to walk, go outside, walk. Connect yourself 30 minutes to the nature. Means ke 30, 30, 30, 30 minutes to the nature every 6 hours. So when you, whatever you like it, do it. And then after you go back. So that means in that 30 minutes you're refreshing yourself. So now you think, okay, it's easy for you to talk. But I'm telling you with my experience, and you can go in my past videos as well. My son was in the matric. October, November time, this is exam time. And then he used to come to me to the mandir, and he used to play the dholak for me, that 30 minutes or 45 minutes while I'm in the mandir singing the bhajan or anything. Navratri time he used to come to play the drum and then spend the time the Navratri with us. 30, 30, simple policy, unwind policy, which is you come out from the books, connect to the nature, go back. Guaranteed, no subject is a hard subject if you adopt this policy. 30 minutes. And the best option is, I always say, you make sure to visit your nearest mandir. Go to their mandir, sit down and connect yourself soulfully to the Bhagwan. Very important. Just give your maybe a once a week or twice a week. Just go and connect yourself, calming down. Very, very important is the calming down. So if you adopt this 30, 30, 30 principle in your life, means 90 minutes, then you will out from the anxiety, fear, low confidence. Automatically you will boost your energy because you have connected to the nature, and nature is there to give you these things, confidence, power, and then coming out from the, but that 30 minutes you have to give yourself without thinking anything. Okay, the second tips I'm giving is, the most of time when it's like say you going writing exam 9 o'clock, a physics exam, or then we study till the 8:30, holding the books and this, and then we think, okay, so now these tips which is I'm giving you is based on the very practical, and then I have actually experienced in many children's life as well, and also I used to do same thing when we used to go to writing the exam. So the 30 minutes before exam, writing the exam, put your book down and then calm down. Just give your mind a coolness. Relax, completely relax. And then you hold the pen in your hand. Now you will think why this is I must do it. So I will give you simple example. So if you hold one glass water, if you hold in your hand, in that water, if you put any kind of the things like turmeric powder or mud or anything, and then you stir constantly, you stir. So what will happen is that water will look completely muddy or yellowish because you are stirring. You are stirring continuously. But after you take the spoon out and then leave that glass 15 minutes or 10 minutes front of you, what will happen? That all mud or all that turmeric which you have put it in, it will go down and the clean water will surface on the top. So this is what exactly I am telling you. You study means you have learned the chapter number 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 3, example this, example that, whatever it is, everything you study. Now you are stirring everything continuously, constantly. So that is only going in your mind. But when you stop before 30 minutes of exam, means you giving a calmness to your brain, your mind, completely calming down. So what will happen once that calm down will happen, then when you hold the pen, so whatever is the real answer will surface in your brain. Very easy, very easy technique. These are the techniques, is very easy to do it. But only things is come out from the perceptions. Dhyan, focus, dhyan and dharana. Dhyan means focus, dharana means come out from the perceptions. Do not accept that you are a weak student. You are not a weak student, you are a powerful student. I can do it. Very important. I can do it, and there is no subject is powerful than me. I am the powerful subject. And once you adopt that policy, guaranteed nobody can take away the success from you. Okay, secondly, this is for the more to the parents. You know, the most of time we as the parents also react and act very stressful, very anxietyful environment. Means we are creating that stress and anxiety into that entire house because my child is not performing. Arey bhai, your child is performing. You supposed to be as a parents not to create that anxiety. You supposed to be help your child to calm down. And that is where you supposed to tell. I used to tell my children, "Babe, let's go for a walk. Let's go for the drive. Let's go for the coffee. Let's watch that movie mid exam." You guys are students and very lucky. Basically, you have like 3 weeks, 4 weeks writing exam. When we used to study, we only had a little bit time. Today is the maths, tomorrow is science, and then physics, and then history. Every day exam. Imagine now how we have managed. Only one thing, dhyan and dharana. Dhyan means focus, dharana means come out from the perception. And then secondly, very important tricks. So what happen most of time when we finish writing exam, we come out and we hold the paper in your hand and then we compare the answer. Oh, you give that answer. Means we talk to our friends. Ne? Oh, you give that answer, but I give that answer. Means that is going in our brain. Which answer is right? His or her or what? Don't do those things. Finish. Maths is over. Put it in the envelope. Put it on side. Focus on the physics. One is over. Focus on the physics. Physics is done. Focus on history. Focus on that. X, Y, Z. Focus. Leave that part. Leave that paper into the envelope. Put it on side till the last day of the exam. Close the chapter. Finish. Move on. Because what happen is most of time when we go through the answer sheet, means exam paper and then answer sheet, then the problem starts. Hey Bhagwan, I have given this answer, a wrong answer in this. No, don't do that. Maths is forever over. Science is finished. Once you write the exam of the maths and science, story over, chapter closed. Focus the next one. After exam, you can do your assessment. That is your up to you. But during the exam, don't do assessment with anyone, in fact, including your parents, including yourself. Focus the next subject. Very important. Okay, now I'm telling, as I was talking about the parents. Parents, be a friend with your child. No matter how old your child is, either in grade 10, grade 11, or metric, no matter what type of, in what grade he or she writing exam. During the exam, create the calm environment into your house. Don't create the very stressful and anxietyful environment in the house. Many times it says, switch off the television, don't play the games, don't do that, don't do that. Yes, you can see, you can control and restrict. Okay, bhai, as I said, 30 minute, 30-minute morning, 30-minute afternoon, 30-minute evening, that's the story over. But don't restrict 100%, because that's where we as a parent sometimes goes wrong. We don't why we let's give them a freedom, connect to the nature, and make your child as a friend. Talk to him or her as a friend, understand what he or she is going through, and then find the solution. And then, very importantly, is now this is our religious, means the spiritual remedy I'm giving. So when you are in exam position, when you're starting the exam, when you're writing the exams, or when you are studying, from now you can do it, continue till the end of your last paper. Three things you must do it in the morning and evening. In the morning, before you start your day, chant Gayatri mantra 3 times. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam mantra 3 times. Shiva mantra, Om Namah Shivaya mantra 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva mantra 3 times. 3 ne 3, 6 ne 3, 9, means ke 9 times. And then one Hanuman Chalisa in the morning, and then same thing in the evening. On your desk, when your table where you're writing exam, when you study, just put one thing, is either Hanumanji Maharaj photo or picture, or Saraswati Mata picture or photo, just leave it there. Dhyan, focus. So as I started and I'm ending with that, okay, bhai, you are the not one who is feeling this kind of the things. It was Arjun that time was feeling same thing, and Krishna Bhagwan explained him through the Bhagavad Gita. So that means that you are not the only one who facing these things. After doing all those things, if you cannot come right, go to your nearest spiritual leader, means ke Guruji, or you can contact me directly over the phone. I am always available for the counseling and consultation to help you furthermore. Okay, what more, how you can help yourself to come out from this kind of the anxiety. It's all about the subconscious mind, conscious mind, and energy which we create. So parents, don't create the fearful or stressful or very difficult type of the energy in the house. Number one, children, please do not feel is something which is you cannot do it. Feel you can do it. And then very importantly, dhyan and dharana. Don't live in a wrong perception, create the positive perception. And importantly is, no subject is powerful than you. You are the powerful. You are yourself is a subject. If the small book, if the book can make you fear, you make the book a fear. Okay, what type of the person is front of me? Okay, doesn't want to get fear out of. You are the subject for that subject. So you make sure okay, you can handle anything. So this is the thing which is help you to come out from this anxiety, low confidence, and many other things. Very importantly, when we talk about in our life, where as a student, as a children, or anything, when we understand those things, so create that happy environment, create that jolly environment, create that calmness environment, create that joyful environment. Very important. So it's not necessary that all the time books and books and books and books and books. Books is all the time is there, but sometime sit together as a family, watch movie together. Very important. Watch movie together. Go out, take visit to the mandir, sit down, calm down, dhyan, focus. More you're going to calm down, then more you're going to surface everything good things from the your study. And then 295 days versus the only 3 weeks. So 295 days was in your hand. It was your karma. These 90 days is nothing. Just relax, calm down, focus in your study, and best of luck. Wishing everything best to you. And also, as I said, 3 times Gayatri Mantra, 3 times Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and 1 Hanuman Chalisa, morning and the evening. If you do this remedy, if you did this solution, I can tell you, no one can take away the success from you. No one can take away your talent from you. No one can take away your intelligence from you. No one can take away your highly confidence and then highly intelligent personality from you, which is sitting in you. So that is why accept one word in your life: I can do it, and no subject is powerful than me. Thank you for watching, and if this video has helped you, then you can share it within your friends and family. Subscribe this channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe this channel. And also, if any comment you would like to make it, you can mention in the comment box. Jai Shri Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah. नमो स्वनंताय सहस्रमूर्ते सहस्रपादाक्ष शिरोर्भावे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटिविदाय नमः. हरि ओम. मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Thank you for watching.